How do you start your morning? Joel Rifkin liked to sleep in.
It's around 9 o'clock in the morning. Mom has some shopping errands to run, and it's her car.
Oh, Joel, didn't you know? You're supposed to take the dead corpse out of your mom's car before catching some Z's. Oh, there she goes, on her way to get the grocery shopping done.
Very odd-shaped package in her trunk.
By 1989, Joel Rifkin had had enough. He was sick and tired of being a constant disappointment to his father.
As we got older, though, and more of our personalities came out, more and more it became my father's little disappointment.
He decided he was going to prove his dad wrong.
Screw you, Dad!
So, he moved out and enrolled in a biology class at a local community college. And he did what he set out to do. He got good grades. Oh, and I almost forgot. He also began murdering the fuck out of as many prostitutes as he could get his hands on.
I'd buy that for $1.
Yeah. I don't think that's what your dad had in mind when he wanted you to find your inner passion, Joel.
For the first time in his life, Joel Rifkin was finally good at something. He was good at murder.
But was he really that good at it? Criminal mastermind Joel David Rifkin was born on January 20th, 1959.
The greatest criminal mind of our time.
Rifkin had difficulty fitting in with his peers. He became a frequent target of school bullies.
Anybody home?
Even his dad couldn't stop himself from getting in on the fun.
You got a tiny penis.
Rifkin began retreating into his own disturbed world. In 1972, inspired by the Alfred Hitchcock film Frenzy, he became fixated on the idea of strangling sex workers.
Can a man have a hobby?
Why couldn't he have been inspired by Princess Bride or something?
Please?
As you wish.
But no, he had to draw inspiration from this. Oh well, I guess it could have been worse. I mean, at least he wasn't inspired by this. Or this. Anyway, around this time, his parents gave him a car and he began trolling for sex workers in nearby Hempstead and later Manhattan. Rifkin was now ready to take a stab at the only thing he was ever good at.
Killing was pretty much the only thing in his life that he ever did well.
Yeah, because everyone knows that only a true criminal mastermind forgets how many people he's killed by a margin of 20.
More than one less than 20.
And only a true criminal mastermind has the balls to fill up his gas tank with a dead body strapped in the passenger seat.
I had to get gas.
Because everyone knows that only a truly gifted criminal mind can come up with clever puns like this.
So we had to kill about an hour and a half. Yeah, good choice of words.
Oh, and of course, leave a dead body in his mother's trunk while she runs errands.
Mom never used the trunk that morning.
But because Joel Rifkin is Einstein-level gifted, after his mother returned from the grocery store, he concocted a plan to retrieve the body from the trunk of her car and move it roughly 10 meters into the garage.
I am the smartest man alive!
Where, of course, he left it to rot for the next 3 days.
Very hot days, and now it's nice and ripe.
Rifkin went for a drive to dispose of the now decomposing body.
You smell that?
Whoops! He didn't notice that his license plate was missing. Darn.
I gotta get one of those.
I mean, no big deal. We all make mistakes from time to time.
Would you guys give me a break?
This situation, it could literally happen to anyone.
Great plan, Einstein.
After leading police on a high-speed chase before crashing head-on into a telephone pole, Rifkin knew the jig was up. He had a rotting corpse in the back of his car, after all.
I forgot I was in there.
He knew it would be tricky, even for a smooth-talking criminal like himself, to con his way out of this one.
Boy, that's a tough one.
As he was put in cuffs, a team of NYPD's finest descended upon his mother's home with a search warrant. But, of course, being the master criminal that Rifkin was, he wasn't about to make it easy for them to collect evidence. Nuh-uh, not Rifkin.
It's not what you know, it's what you can prove in court.
After immediately stumbling across mountains of evidence the moment they entered his mother's house, Rifkin had no choice but to make a full confession.
Yeah, I guess you got me.
Whether it was the wheelbarrow full of blood in the garage, the bloody saw covered in human flesh, or the countless trophies taken from victims scattered across his bedroom floor, nobody's really sure how the police brought down a mastermind of this caliber.
We may never know.
As his genius was beyond comprehension, the police turned to Rifkin's mother for answers.
I was incredulous that she didn't know.
What? Lady, just open your eyes!
His bedroom was a mess, filled with used dishes, soiled clothes, and discarded magazines.
Oh, okay. The mess must have been part of his master plan all along.
How are we supposed to find anything in all this mess?
So Rifkin agrees to draw the police a map leading to the whereabouts of undiscovered bodies. Although, I mean, with this guy's track record, it shouldn't be overly complicated. I mean, did you see his room? He looks like he could be featured on an episode of Hoarders or something. I don't know, did you try maybe look under his bed? Lift up the rug, maybe? Look under the couch, check the closet. There's bound to be a body, maybe 2, 3, laying around somewhere in this guy's mess.
Gotta be in here somewhere.
But nope. Surprisingly, no bodies.
Nothing.
Just AIDS medication. That was a choice trophy of his, of one of his victims.
What the hell's wrong with this guy?
During his trial, Rifkin relied upon his apex-level intellect to convince the judge and jury that he was criminally insane.
Rifkin appeared disinterested, falling asleep several times during the trial.
Unfortunately, the judge and jury just weren't buying it.
Mr. Rifkin, in case there is such a thing as reincarnation, I want to be sure that you spend your second life in prison also.
Sentenced to 203 years in prison, criminal mastermind Joel Rifkin now resides in Clinton Correctional Facility in New York, where he continues to make sweet puns.
Just hanging out, killing time.
Oh, never mind. That's just the same pun as before. But still, the most prolific serial killer in New York State history? I don't know, maybe his dad would be proud after all. So, what do you think? Should motorists who frequently cruise around with dead bodies strapped in the passenger seat qualify for the carpool lane? Let us know in the comments below. And don't forget to murder that subscribe button and click that notification bell, because we have new content dropping all the time. And if you just can't get enough, you can also follow us over on Instagram and TikTok for even more killer content.